Hi, so you're taking this trip to St. Louis, and you see this arch. I'm going to redraw it here. It says that the other end of the arch is x is 162. So here is a coordinate system that we set up. One end of the arch is there, one of the arch is at 162. Where's the vertex? What's the x coordinate of the vertex going to be? Halfway between them, 81. So that already answers one of the questions. I think it says, what is the x coordinate of the vertex? C. C is 81. That's C. Now, in order to find out what the maximum height is, I need to know the equation. So that's the first question. A is, what is the particular equation? It says it's a parabolic equation. So that's ax squared plus bx plus c, and that's equal to y, or y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Now some values are given. The question states that when x is 0, y is 0. The first part of the arch is at the origin. It says that when x is 162, y is at 0. So that's over here. And then it says when x is 1, y is at 4.55. Wherever that is on the graph, like there, I don't know if it's at to scale, but those are the points. So let me plug those points into this equation and try to come up with what A, B, and C are. If I can figure out what A, B, and C are, I've got this thing. I've got the equation. So I'll plug in 0, 0. I plug in 0 for x. A times 0 squared is 0. B times 0 squared is 0. So all that's left is C equals, I'm plugging in 0, 0. C equals, well, y is also 0. C equals 0. So now I know the equation is ax squared plus bx equals y. This one told me the C is 0. Okay, so let's try this. 1 squared is 1, so 1 times a is a. 1 is 1, 1 times b is b, and y is 4.55. And now the last one, when x is 162, so 162 squared times a plus 162b. So I'm just plugging in 162 for x. X squared is 162 squared times a plus x, 162 times b equals y, which is 0. What is 162 squared? Let me find my calculator. Let me find a different calculator. I want to keep that one up there. 162 squared. 26,244. So 26,244a plus 162b equals 0. All right, so I've got these two equations. How am I going to solve them? Well, one way is elimination. I can multiply this one by negative 162, so I can get rid of the b's. So what's 162? Negative 162 times a is negative 162a, minus 162 times b is negative 162b, equals negative 166 times 4.55, seven something. Wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. Negative 162 times 4.55. Yeah, negative 737.1. All right, very good. So now all I have to do is add those two equations. The b's cancel, that's why I did it. What's 26,244 minus 162? 26,082. 26,082a equals negative 737.1. Then if I divide both sides by 26,082, I will get an answer. Negative 737.1 divided by 26,082, negative 0.028. approximately negative 0.028. Now, I can put that answer, remember I have this equation, a plus b equals 4.55. I can say negative 0.028 plus b equals 4.55. b, I'm just going to add 0.28 to both sides, 4.55 plus 0.028, and that's approximately 4.578. Approximately 4.578. If you wanted to, you could use this number instead to be a little bit more precise. You can do negative 737.1 divided by 26082 times a plus b equals, or that number plus b equals 4.55, and get it exactly. But I think that one came out close enough. 4.578. Yeah, I think it comes out close enough. So that's the whole equation. A is negative 0.28, and b is 4.578. So it's going to be ax squared negative 0.028 x squared plus 4.5 x, and that's going to equal whatever that y number is, whatever it is. So question, that's the particular equation, y equals negative 0.028 x squared plus 4.578 x. That's the answer to B. We've already graphed it, so there's B. B is this one. Already got C. C is 81. It says what's the x-coordinate of the vertex? 81. How about D? What would be the maximum height? Well, let me plug in 81 into that. So here's ABC, here's D. The maximum height y is going to be equal to negative 0.028 times 81 squared plus 4.578 times 81. And I think that one I've already done somewhere, hopefully. No, no, and no. Okay, I haven't, so I'll have to redo it. Negative, you can type this on your calculator. Make sure you keep everything in good parentheses so that you group things the way they're supposed to be. You do the proper order of operations. Negative 0.028 times 81 squared. I'm putting parentheses around that whole thing so it doesn't get mixed up, plus 4.578, and this is only an approximation, 4.578 times 81. And that comes out to approximately 187.11 meters, or feet, meters. You can say 187, but okay, there's a D. D is 187. Now E says, an airplane with a wingspan of 26 meters tries to fly through the arch at 180 meters. By how much is the arch too narrow if the plane doesn't fit, or by how much room is there space if it fits? All right, so I know that y equals, in this case, 180. So it's a little bit below the top. 180 equals negative 0.028 x squared plus 4.578 x. How would I solve that? Well, in other words, I'm just shifting this parabola up, and I'm trying to find at 100. This is what I'm trying to do. When it's at 180 meters, where does this parabola cross that new axis that's made at 180? Where does it cross the 180 meter level? Well, let me subtract 180 from both sides. 0 equals negative 0.028 x squared plus 4.578 x minus 180. And obviously, you're not going to factor that by hand. You plug it into the calculator and see approximately what x value it has. And I think I've done that one, I hope. Yes, I did. There's two x values, 65.7972 and 97.7028. So let's say that's 100. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll pretend this is, I just want it to look more drawn to scale. Let me try to draw this to a little bit better scale and put those numbers in there. I am not an artist. I'm sorry. Okay, here's a parabola, and 180 meters, say, is there. And this x value is 65.7972. And this value is 97.7028. And so what's the distance between them? Because here's the plane. The plane is going to try to fly right between them. And so this is the distance between them would be its wingspan. So 97.7028 minus 64, 5.7972, 31.9056. So that distance between the arches there is 31.9056. And it says it's got a 26-meter wingspan. So I'll subtract 26 from that. I get 5.9056. Now, it will clear it by that many meters, 5.9056. If you want to round it, you'd be better off rounding it down. Don't round it up, because if you round it up, you're going to give too many meters that it's clearing by. So it's got to clear. You don't want it to hit it. So I would round this to, I mean, you'd round it to that anyway, 5.9 meters. It clears it by about 5.9 meters. You know, this could be an extra margin of error, that extra number. So that's the answer to E, 5.9 meters.